Hello and welcome back to another TCG live pack opening. Today we're cracking open 8 Surging Sparks packs. Starting off with what I think is the ballet style Oricorio. I don't know, I'll put it on screen which one is accurate or if I'm right or not. The Execute heading down the moss covered stairs. Delmai's washed up onto the mossy shore. So much moss already. Alolan Diglett watching the sunset from the beach. Fluttermane doing their best to catch the Will-O-Wisps in the dark forest. Passimian wandering around the mountains with their berry in hand. A time trainer. Oricorio dancing on the coast. Excadrill swiftly clawing their way out of the hole for our second reverse. I don't know if I said Oricorio was our first. And our rare of the pack is a nice Skeledirge with embers and flames flying all around them. Ooh, a wonderful Arcaludon EX. I was gonna say this is an IR, but no, this is a special IR, I think they're called. Either way, a very glorious card as the lightning strikes through all the boulders. Siglith slipping in between the mountains. Mankey swinging through the trees. A Darsana trainer, one of the only Elite Four members that doesn't piss me the fuck off from Gen 6. Altaria flying high above the mountains. Goldango surfing the grasslands on their golden board. A Vivillon stopping to smell the flowers. My boy Shroodle painting on the rock. That was our first reverse probably, because this is a very nice Phanpy running beside their Donphan parents in the savannah. And our rare of the pack is the Landorus, as little rock bits start to swirl all around them. Mankey swinging through the trees. Mankey swinging through the trees. The very simply done Drillbur preparing to dig into the earth, I assume, with that position. Bronzong floating through the foggy forest. Meddling Memo Trainer. Shiinotic being the only light in the dark forest as they rest on the fallen log. A Surfer Trainer. Chin-Pao coating everything in ice as they wander the forest, for our first reverse, I believe. Second would be the very nice Water Paldean Tauros in the marsh, spraying water from their nose. And our rare of the pack is that there's a Rude unfurling their vines in the forest. Oricorio on the coast. Relor doing a ball check. Delmai's on the mossy rocks. Siglith slipping in between the mountains. Executor happily running towards the ocean. A Lisa's Appeal trainer. Counter game trainer. Eevee resting on the rock in the beautiful blooming meadow for our first reverse, I believe. Second would be Goldango riding their board across the grasslands. And our rare of the pack is a very nice Terapagos. I was gonna say I don't think I've seen one of these, but it says I have one. It could be one of those situations where I got it from the free stuff when the set came out. But a beautiful Terapagos wandering around Area 0, I would assume. And I say we're about halfway there. The wonderfully designed Feebas swimming through the river. Dino wandering through the dense and dark jungle. Drillbur preparing to dig into the earth. Trapinch munching down on a boulder in the desert. A Cyrano trainer. A Colberberry trainer. Armarouge bursting through the flames to charge in on their opponent. Excadrill clawing their way out of their hole for our first reverse. Second would be Rufflet perched in the autumn forest. And our rare of the pack is once again Terapagos in Area 0 or just surrounded by Terra crystals. Oh, the very hungry Crocodile wandering the mountains. Ooh, the very angry Titan whipping icy winds all through the mountains. The happy Citadel sitting on the snowy cliff edge watching the sunrise. The Shellos pair on the very interesting little piles of sand. Executor running into the ocean. Vivillon smelling the flowers. A Jasmine Gaze trainer. Espathra in the desert as sand is whipped all around them for our first reverse. Second would be a golden Jet Energy trainer. I called it a trainer. I have such a bad habit of doing that, but a Golden Jet Energy. Well, I really didn't have much faith after seeing the special IR Caladon, but there goes all hope of last pack, best pack, everybody. And for our rare of the pack is a nice Slacking EX, destroying a boulder in the forest with a single punch. Couple of packs to go. Vibrava flying over the extremely mountainous region with a volcano included as well. Magnemite floating down the path on a sunny day. Gimmighoul chilling in their chest in the ruins. Ooh, the wonderfully designed Kecleon reaching out for some berries. Vivillon smelling the flowers. Turtonator in the mountains at sunrise. A Pashao Berry trainer. Lisa's Appeal trainer for our first reverse. Second would be a Lively Stadium trainer. And our rare of the back is the nice Hollow Tapu Koko flying over the overgrown path. Alrighty, it has come that time once again to find out is last pack best pack or not. If you want more details on our rules, there's a video link down below, though like I said, there's pretty much no chance at it, so let's just enjoy the pack. Skarmory leaving a massive wake of wind as they fly. Alolan Diglett enjoying the sunset on the beach. Eevee in the beautiful blooming meadow. Celio preparing to slip into the water from the ice. Caldbell trainer. Colburberry trainer. Clement's Quick Wit trainer. Our first reverse, we have the Shellos pair on the very interesting like sand dune things. Oh shoot, fuck. It was some trainer of some sort. I'll put it up on screen right now. I'll be able to figure out what it is. Sorry. But thankfully there was no chance at it. Anyways, we have a nice Stellar Hydreigon EX for our rare on the back. Though, as I said, there was no chance, and that's going to be another no for last pack, best pack. Which, I think that puts the streak up to like 10? 9 or 10. I'm not quite sure. I told you I'd lose track at some point. Well, that's going to be a bit out of me. As always, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for another TCG Live pack opening.